Hey everyone, it's Mike with It's Pittsfield Tonight. It is, what is it? It is Tuesday, May 13th, and I'm going to jump right into it. So, as many of you know, because I've talked about this for months now, starting back a couple months ago, I started building out what is going to be the new It's Pittsfield Tonight studio. The past 2.5 weeks or so, that's where I've been hanging drywall, painting, doing a bunch of stuff like that. I am in a small, a corner section of what will be Studio A. I've been up all night painting, but I looked at the clock and I said, oh no, another day has went by. I got to get a video out just to update everyone. So here it is. So, but my sense of urgency, putting all my effort into the studio and getting that completed, is this is an election year for the city. And right now it's exciting to see the amount of people that are pulling nomination papers that are deciding to run for office. And I want to make sure that the studio is completed and up and running to participate in all that. So I'm excited about that. There's a lot of new names. And this year, as many of you know, it's school committee, which is a big topic due to, our public schools in Pittsfield have been a hot topic for quite some time now, and not necessarily for the best of things. So we have a school committee election, and there's some names I'm seeing there that are running for office. I hope to see more. The more people involved, the better. That just shows that it makes it exciting. It's more engaging. It gets more people involved, because if you have a friend or family member that's running, chances are you're going to get involved a little bit to support them. You know, sometimes after primaries, that support and not support, but the community involvement, when people get weeded out during the primaries. Unfortunately, that's part of the process, and you lose some interest from people. But the more people involved, the better it is for everyone, because it just creates more of a buzz. So I want to contribute to that. I want to help put the spotlight this year on our Pittsfield School Committee elections, on our Pittsfield City Council elections. I've been involved in quite a few election seasons now in Pittsfield, and the past couple, when I go to do candidate interviews with city councilors, they're usually incumbents that are running uncontested. So it's hard to get any kind of hype. And one of the things being talked about is making the city council positions a 4-year seat. I totally disagree with that. I think I understand the argument when they moved the mayor to 4, and if you look at data nationwide, it shows that 4-year terms for mayors is pretty common. But a 2-year term for a city councilor helps contribute more to that checks and balance system on big issues. So I'm against that. Plus, there's the whole, at 10 years, some of the benefits that they're eligible for or to keep for the rest of their lives, things like that. There's a bunch of that needs to be discussed there, but I'm against moving the city council to 4 years. We'll see where that goes. But nonetheless, it's one of those years. There's going to be a lot to talk about, and it's hard generally to spark interest in city council and school committee elections when the mayor is not on the ticket. And I guess that's where I was going with that. So this year, to see more people pulling papers, more people deciding to run, that's going to help create more of a buzz, and let's keep that going. So if you've considered running for office, all you have to do, if you're a resident, go down to City Hall, pull nomination papers, which means they'll give you papers. You're required to get X amount of signatures, and then you submit it, and off you go after it gets certified. So it's a pretty easy process. Anybody can do it. If you've ever thought of doing it, do it. Get involved. So anyway, that's where I've been, and the biggest things on the table to talk about, and there, like I said, there's a lot, but that Pittsfield School Committee is one of the big ones because of the Pittsfield Public Schools catching so much attention this year. So like right now, the interim superintendent searches I've been following those. They've interviewed, I believe, 3 candidates so far. I forget her name, but she was the only woman out of the 3. I liked her a lot. As soon as she talked about that she taught in Japan, she taught in Mexico, I think, I was like, wow, this is super cool. This is somebody who really wanted to learn and expand, and somebody with that kind of thirst for education and true diversity to get into everything, to teach and work in not just other cities but other cultures and other countries. I think that's awesome. I loved the way she spoke, and I thought they were all good candidates, but I really liked her a lot. I wish I could remember her name. But anyways, there's that to follow, and that's going to be a big one. So we're going to pick the interim superintendent, and then, of course, we go right back into picking the superintendent. Will it be a new school committee that does that? I'm guessing probably, yes. So that's why this, I could be wrong on that, but I'm guessing yes. And that's why this school committee election is so important. It's time for change, I think. And you heard that the last school committee meeting from the mayor, or one of the, not school committee meeting, one of the searches, I think the first candidate interviews, where Mayor Marchetti said something along the lines of, I don't think our school district will survive another year of this. So people know. That's a driving force behind this year. So that's really it. I know I'm mumbling a little bit. I've been up all night painting, but I had to make sure I got a video out just so people weren't. I did get a few messages, people saying what happened. And it's not that anything happened. It's just that it's just me. So I've been doing so much moving and painting, and it's ridiculous. But I'm going to get it done. It's going to be ready, and it's going to be great. And there'll be some big surprises, like I said, along the way. Some other shows that I had in mind, but I want to make sure that the studio is perfect, or as perfect as I can get it for this election season. So I'm really excited about that. I am, because I'm going to give it the coverage it deserves, and I really enjoy doing that anyway. I know I was supposed to be scheduling an interview with the mayor. I'm going to get up with him. It's just been a whirlwind. I just want to make sure I get, but there's a lot to talk about there. I'll have to get another video out probably in the next few days or by the weekend for sure. All right. So, hey everyone, that's where I've been. So get involved, pay attention to everything going on with the school committee, with the schools, with the city council, with the elections. Look at the names running for office, know your wards, know your ward candidates, get involved. Really. It should be a fun process. It shouldn't be a boring, depressing one. You can get a little angry and emotional at times, but overall, it's kind of fun to get involved, and it's being part of your community. It's an important part of the process. More people involved, the better the results, and that's just a fact. So, all right, stay involved, pay attention. Now you know where I've been, to those of you that didn't know, and I will try to get a video up by this weekend. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you as soon as I can.